It'll be Utah on the right of your screen to kick off. New York to receive. As Major League Rugby continues here on CBS Sports, our game of the week. Could not have picked a better one.
In that Utah defense, and look for him to maybe target that 10 channel. And as far as Utah goes, you got to keep it in the forwards. Make an aggressive.
Talking of aggressive, how about that line from Thakabalavu? He has been shredding Major League Rugby in the last few weeks. Add that one to his hit list. Another try for this Fijian sensation for New York.
Had a difficult start to the season, and a lot of that has to do with the distance he had to travel. Kind of isolated, very homesick. And now he's really settled into his game. And I think the space opening up in front of Thakabalavu, they bought in to the game plan.
We'll find out who's come on, but that's an early substitution. 12.5 minutes in these conditions to your front row. Someone's going to have to put in a big shift today up front. As the Warriors, they are inside the 22 and looking to get their first points here this afternoon. Uhila crashes up midfield. Now Khalifi. The resurgence of Ollie Khalifi this year has been nothing short of amazing, and they have dotted it over. Referee Scott Green, he is on the spot and happy. Utah.
Normally 2 or 3 to take down Saya Uhila. And then a big run there.
Oh, had to go. Okay, Reed, stay there.
Slow ball at the back. McManus, they'll get the penalty. And timeout as well. Let's take a listen in here to Scott Green as he reaches into the pocket.
3. You can't do that, sorry.
You'll see players less and less these days arguing their case. Once the card comes out, the decision's been made, and the best thing to do is to get to the bench to start the clock.
It'll be Utah down to 14 now. It's Rochford. High tackle advantage.
High tackle.
McManus, the loft low, picks up Matina, comes off his wing, back for Foden. Foden to Bennett. Bennett with some space. Bennett turning back the clock. Oh, there may be a little dust on the bottle of Harry Bennett, but it's still pretty sweet inside. Brilliant stuff.
Midfield scrum and a great move there. Matina keeps it alive. Foden on the spot. And that's just great support play, good offloading from New York. And once you burst that seam, so hard to collapse on defense and cover all of the supporting players.
Or the ball carrier, yes. So it would have been a penalty only. Okay. So, yeah. Stay there, that's good.
That's again, just looking for
advantage,
a little
blue offside.
opening.
Tackle! 18 blue offside.
They have the advantage for offside against Cibolo.
You have advantage,
Khalifi. Khalifi may do it all himself. Ollie Khalifi! Well, he tore the heart out of the Seattle Seawolves 2 weeks ago. He's done it again here, right next to the post. And now Rochford making his way from the field as well. Talafo on. That's going to be a long, long shift. A big second 40 minutes for that New York front row now, Brian.
Yeah, Rob Iramescu, the only one left available in the front row for New York.
That's good. That's a maul.
Charlie Hewitt flies high and takes that ball well for New York, and now they begin to push, making their way towards the try line.
That's good.
Peels off, still with New York. Ball comes down to Bolo. They have the advantage. McManus picks up Leonard.
In the side.
Here's your go forward guy. Quick ball off the back for Leonard.
Be onside here, Rick. Use the ball now.
Tawaki. Tailafo. They continue the same way. Sumption. Again the same way, and over they go. Well, Tailafo just gets on the field and gets a try. 7 points under the post for New York.
You just want to keep going forward. You want red to retreat if you're New York. Watch him scramble in defense. You can see the hair of Lance Williams there going all the way to the line. Now one more phase, and you can see 2 of out. So this actually plays into the psychology of New York.
Good. That's fine.
Does it peels off? Oh, Tuivau. That's a little too easy for Tuivau. He'll get 5 points for the Warriors, and now they have a chance to tie this ball game up going into halftime.
Watch him at the back here. He's going to find the soft spot in that New York Mall defense.
Comes down, Leonard. Look at that line from Will Leonard, just crashes in. Warriors, though, may have been a little isolated. Turned over by Tuivau, not legally. Off the feet on the clean out, says referee Green, and now an early penalty here, right near the post.
Stop your feet.
Interesting call here from Bennett. Going to the corner.
Well, it goes back to what their game plan was. Hold on to the ball. Starve Utah of the ball.
Yeah, okay, great.
Also, Dan and Brian, something to be attentive to. They've clearly shown intent to go to the corner each time. That race in the Eastern Conference for a playoff spot is very tight. And don't be surprised if New York is not very aware of that, going for a bonus point no matter what in this game to try to get those extra tries on the board.
It's one of the difficult things, and you know, Mike, having played in this competition, you know, 4 points for a win is probably what you want, as opposed to 2 points for a bonus, losing bonus point. But that try there gets them the bonus point for 4, so it comes up. Trumps this time the right call there by New York to go to the corner. And it may be that man, Hebolo, gets it.
Wilton Hebolo working out the back, playing the role of Dylan Fawcett there and over the line.
That's the go forward they may have needed. Fortain now in the field. The big South African. The towering Inferno at 6'9". Turns it over though.
Holding.
Another penalty kicking that one through. Oh, and here comes the level, a yellow card. But probably the nicest man in rugby, Nate Brakeley. He gets a yellow card.
This was, Dan, something that was legal a couple of years ago. They've changed the laws around kicking the ball out of the ruck. And sometimes you just want to clear it. You're thinking, well, let's just get this going in our direction. It's difficult. With Brakeley going to have a seat for 10.
Watch this.
Watch Mikey. He's looking towards the right-hand corner.
Dived around the corner,
He knows there's resources out there. Lobser.
We have a water break
Well, that's
this,
what.
conversion.
And Mike Teo is on the field. You cannot let your guard down if you're New York.
Well, Brian, you and I called the game in Utah against DC. The last play of the game, 83rd minute. They are the heartbreak kids of Major League Rugby. And they are pushing this ball in the right direction to do it yet again. It's with Williams. Christensen sword side. Crusade! He dots it down, and the Warriors, they've done it again. You could not write this. How do Utah keep stealing these games at the death? Christensen, the youngster.
And then there's a mismatch on the corner, one-on-one. Crusade on the blind side. They identify it well. And Utah, well, we just talked about it. Don't leave them a tick on the clock. And look at the bodies. You can see how difficult it is for them. Talafo jogging back. Nobody covering the corner. Buckley trying to cover tackle. My, oh my. Well, there's still time for New York, but they need to pull a miracle here on their home turf.
They go 10, no, Thakabalavu. Fuatai, sorry. Fields that one early. And that will take valuable seconds off the clock. Needs to find the sideline. It may not find the sideline from Whippy. It does. Oh, imagine that if it sits up. And the Warriors, they embrace the full-time whistle. They go on the road.